What a duo now, 30 plus years of experience as pharmacists and business partners together. They bring a wealth of expertise, knowledge and vision. I welcome them both to share their insights on the future of community pharmacy and the expanding role and scope of practice for pharmacists. Kim Brotherson, David Speak, hello.
Hello.
G'day.
Hello. Let's start with you, David. The future of community pharmacy, what does it look like to you?
Well, I'd say it has never looked brighter.
Good.
So
Good start.
One of the things that pharmacists have tried to do for years is break down the barriers to do more. And while we've been doing that over 30 years now, the need in the community has also been increasing. And it's at our health system's at breaking point, and we're just ready to go. And I think the juxtapoint between the two is happening before our eyes, and it's about to
pop off.
It'll be a tipping point, I think, over the next year and the years ahead.
Kim, what about you? What do you think the...
Yeah, no, I would agree. It's sort of, I think there's a huge opportunities for the profession to be to grow, and I also think that as David mentioned, is that you can see at community pharmacy that people don't have access to doctors. They don't have that access to other health professionals now, and I think that's where pharmacy can really feel that need, is that we are accessible, and as we build our scope, there's more things that we can add value to. So, and I think that the governments around Australia now are sort of seeing the role of pharmacy, especially during COVID, where pharmacists sort of stepped up and did a lot more, and I think that there's a sort of a general excitement, because I think our peak bodies are also aligning to have this vision of pharmacists doing more and being better pharmacists. So I think David said it's very exciting, especially for the young pharmacists coming through, and even older pharmacists who want to go back and upskill, that it's not Groundhog Day of all I'm doing is dispensing medicines. Is there is an opportunity to be more proactive in helping the patients, and not sort of just limited to dispensing the medicine.
David, what do you think of what Kim said?
I perfectly agree, and I think the other thing it brings to pharmacy is playing into the heart and soul of what we want to do, which is help people. And there's nothing worse than being in a situation where you know you can help but you're not allowed to. So I think it's actually opening up now, so we'll be able to do more good work, and the whole profession will get a lot more fulfilment out of what they do on a daily basis.
And what is good work to you? What do you feel that is?
Good work is being able to help people and to deliver better health outcomes, and our vision is to improve the quality of life within our community, and our purpose is to bring that vision back to what we do on a daily basis, is to give personalised care to every individual that comes in, every patient, and deliver a health outcome that is relevant for what their greatest need is. So to have more tools available and to be able to deliver that, it just plays into, like I say, the culture and the heart and soul of what we're there for.
Yeah, to help people. If someone fully embraces the 777 service direction, succeeds, what does that make possible for them?
I think the sky's the limit. Once again, if you can do more good work, you can only be going home happier. And what we've modelled through our experience over the years is trying to always be better and excel at that delivery of the health outcomes. And surprisingly, or not surprisingly, because we instinctively know it, the actual business model that sits underneath that becomes much healthier when we actually focus on doing the right things. So that's fantastic for us, because it adds more inertia behind the whole industry to become more professional. So I think over some of the dark periods of the past, which I've seen, because I've been in the industry for a long time, it's a chance now for us to come out of that, and the whole profession as a whole become more professional. So that's why I say the future looks really bright.
Right, and Kim, your take?
Yeah, I would, of course I agree, because Dave.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
First fist bump.
I'm glad we don't disagree.
What? No, I think the other part of what 777's trying to do is that you're not alone. So what we work together is not about being the smartest person in the room. It's just bringing so much talent together where everyone's got the same cause of how can we lead to a better patient outcome. And it's the sharing of different protocols, the sharing of what's working. So therefore, as a pharmacist by yourself, as a community pharmacist, you're busy, you can feel a bit isolated, where what we sort of bring together is that there's other pharmacists going through the same challenges or who have been through this challenge, and how can we bring useful protocols, or if that pharmacist is interested in going in a certain direction, this pharmacy over here has already pioneered it for you, and you can just follow their path, and then you can add to it. So what it is, it's this constant improvement of we can always do better, and also too that it's just checking the ego out, and it's just focusing on, everyone can throw their ideas in, but what we want to make sure of is that what is leading to the best patient outcome. And I think that's what we're finding, is pulling so much talent together. It's just really exciting that we don't necessarily know the answers to everything, but what we know is if we put this talent together, we'll find a way through.
Yeah, work together.
Work together. Yeah. Team sport.
Team sport, boys. We really got to practice that. 777, how are you guys preparing to implement full scope of practice? Kim first.
First of all, we're fortunate that our professional service lead is the president of the PSA in WA. So there's a lot of our peak bodies are doing a lot of work with government, and also one of the 777 owners is the president of the WA Guild here in WA, and we have the vice president of the WA Guild, and the Guild is also interfacing with the government. And what we have said, if we just look at WA as a test case, because the state government in WA is only interested in WA, is that we can roll that protocol out throughout the whole state. So that if we are allowed to work within a certain frame, we will do everything behind the scenes to ensure the pharmacists are supported to be able to deliver that. And what we want to try and show is that, here is an example of best practice to ensure that the opportunity that's come before pharmacists isn't lost because we failed to implement, or that the bureaucracy slowed us down, or the bureaucracy killed it off by setting us up to fail. So we sort of have an absolute commitment of what can we do, what resources are required by the pharmacists, what do we need, and also learning from in Queensland, because they've been pioneering this a bit further down the line. So there's a lot of learnings that we can see are going to be coming through already. So anything we can do just to decrease the friction for the pharmacists to be able to be at their best, that's what we're working behind the scenes with 777. So, because that's what we love, It's not really cosmetics, we're not, or the gift packs, and there's plenty of people who do that, but this is so exciting for us.
I remember hearing, I think it was an Anthony Robbins thing where he says, "Are you ready?" And he yells to the crowd.
He yells it really loud, yeah.
Really loud. Everybody has to yell back, "Born ready."
Yeah.
And I think our preparation, I feel like we're born ready for this because we've been working towards this for 30 years and longer. And it's not, there's so many little elements that will go into allowing it to actually flow and happen at the front line, having the premises right with consult rooms already there, having enough pharmacists on, because you can't go and consult and then do prescriptions at the same time. And we've been doing all these things for so long, it will just be in our flow to just step into it. So the only thing we need to do is tick off the regulations, make sure that we've got the protocols ticked and everybody's been trained, and we're on it, we'll be full on.
Appreciate an Anthony Robbins reference as well, thank you. Anybody watching this, what's the one thing you'd want them to take away?
The best is yet to come.
Hard act to follow, Kim?
Yeah. Good one, Dave, you nailed it again. I would just sort of say this, just to lean into the uncertainty, and that as David said, the future is really bright. The future is really uncertain, but there's just so many opportunities for pharmacy and pharmacists, and just to just to push through the challenges and change, is sometimes really difficult. But if it's leading to a better outcome or it's leading to somewhere where you want to go, well, it's worth crossing that river, it's crossing that path to get there. And that's what I would certainly be encouraging pharmacists to do, is just to sort of stay really hopeful and to lean into the opportunities.
Well said. David Speake, Kim Brotherson, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Ross. Thank you.